This is synchronized footage from the violent scenes at the Chinese Consulate in Manchester this Sunday, the 16th of October. It gives a good overview of the chaos and clarifies some points. The immediate spark that led to the violence was that the Chinese Consul-General, a man in a black and red coat, and two men in helmets and vests exited their compound to remove and destroy banners by the protesters. The men in helmets removed the caricature of Chinese President Xi Jinping, and the Consul-General himself tried to destroy two banners that read "May God destroy the Chinese Communist Party", and the right one can be interpreted as "What the fuck is there to celebrate?" but also "Fuck your mother". What's clear in any case, it's a legitimate free political protest and the Consul-General is clearly breaking UK law. Seeing this, protesters rush towards the gate. One protester shortly enters the compound and tries to drag a man in helmet back out, who loses his helmet. Then consulate staff try to pull this protester into the compound, while other protesters pull the man who lost his helmet out of the compound. A tug, scuffle and brawl ensues. 3 scenes of violence are of note. The first man with helmet was slammed on the ground outside and lucky to have his helmet. Smashing the head against the pavement like this could have caused serious injury. The other man lost his helmet, is beaten up by protesters and kicked in the head. This kick too could have caused serious injury. At the same time, protester Bob Chan is being dragged into the consulate. Initially, Bob seems to go after a staff member entering the consulate. Then a tug ensues where consulate staff quickly gain the upper hand. The consulate's own CCTV footage as well as photos showed that the Consul-General himself pulled Bob by the hair as he struggles not to be pulled inside. As police start to separate the groups at the gate, consulate staff succeed in dragging Bob inside as the CCTV footage that Manchester Evening News published and got from the consulate cuts off. This is important. The scene of how Bob was dragged into the compound would be available from a clear, nice angle on CCTV at the consulate. As they drag Bob in, one staff member in a red jacket falls to the ground. That's when consulate staff beat Bob in the head and rip out chunks of his hair. The Chinese consulate circulates a story that Bob was beaten because he wouldn't let go of that staff member on the ground. It's difficult to tell, but unlikely. What's evident is consulate staff pulls Bob in all directions, including by the hair, and deliberately beats him in the head, which sure makes for a poor technique for separating people.